Good evening, friends. Welcome, Saffron. Saffron is back with us after a short break.
Namaskar, Meena ji, and namaskar to all our viewers.
Yeah,
It's a privilege to be back with you for yet another
yeah.
candid session.
Thank you so much, Saffron. Yeah. So, Saffron, there's been a lot happening since we last met,
Right.
and one of the things is that though Jawan has not been a success. Of course, they've used the same trick of saying that it's a huge success, and now it's over almost over 100 thousand. Uh, they've gone over that crores. Uh, so 1,000 crores gone over 1,000 crores. So these are all lies because all the theaters are empty and the movie is just a copy of Money Heist. That's what is happening now. In the latest news, uh, Safran, Nayanthara did not attend the lavish press conference they had in Mumbai, and we were wondering why this lady, because she is supposed to be the heroine of the movie, so she did not attend. And then Shah Rukh Khan went ahead with his Ask Me Anything session on Twitter. The actor was basking, according to the PR, on his bumper success of Jawan, and he was answering his fans. So when asked a question about his why the her portion was cut, so he said unfortunately her portion had to be cut. That is the thing of the movie. Now, here, see what they have done during the press conferences. They've tried
Mhm.
to show that it is more of a, SRK Deepika movie. And as you know, Nayanthara is a superstar in the South. So she got pretty wild and she did not attend the press conference because the very reason she tagged on to SRK was to achieve, like global success or more than Indian success, global success, being with SRK. So she did not attend. She said that, I did not attend because, normally journalists misquote me, so I'm scared of that. But actually, it was this reason, separate. So, what these people have done in Bollywood is they've taken these stars from the South and tried to make them feel insignificant. You know, whether you talk about Vijay Deverakonda, you know, or you talk about Pravas, yeah, and all the girls also, like Tamanna and all, were enjoying a lot of importance in the South. Rakul Preet, they were all the top heroines there. Now they come here just like escorts in Bollywood. So can you speak about why Bollywood is trying to crush South? I'm not saying that South people are all dudes in dula hua, so they're not innocent either. Mafia is everywhere.
See, ma'am, there is a saying in English that you cannot tame snakes in your backyard and expect them not to bite you back, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
what the South industry is facing right now is culmination of, all of the sins that they have done by joining hands with Bollywood. That's not like saying that, like, as you said, I agree with you. That's not saying that, like, Southern film industry is like very clean and devoid of all this nepotism and associations with cabal. But what I want to say here is that on one occasion you have a JBR kind of a joint business relationship between southern film industry and the Bollywood, right? And on the other occasion, when you are releasing a movie, in the promotional events, if you are making it look like Deepika Padukone and SRK movie, certainly there is a notion that from a proportional perspective, they want to set a message that, okay, Deepika has far more outreach when it comes to fans and views and things like that, and that's why she would be the face of the movie. And that is definitely going to ruffle some feathers, like it did in Nayanthara's case. And I'm not surprised that she did not attend that event. And absolutely, netizens did spend no time in reaching to the conclusion that there has been something going on between that clan. And
Yeah.
that is rightly, I mean, like, I can understand why she feels that way, if she feels that way. But what else can you expect, right? In They are the people who don't even care about their brothers and sisters and their family members. Why would you think that they would care about someone who is their colleague and just a pawn in the, like, an entire game of the chess?
Yeah. And also remember, this guy, Atlee, the director, is a very dicey guy. And I'm sure Shah Rukh Khan would have promised him the sun, the moon, and the stars to say that, see, after this film, we'll give you more films, and we'll fund you well and all that. So Atlee would have jumped to to this thing. Now, see, if you look at the background of this lady, Nayanthara, she started off as a small actress in Kerala in a small movie with Jairam and, one of the old actresses, Sheila, in which she just came out as the neighbor next door. But the moment she moved to Tollywood, which is Chennai, she completely her aura changed, and also she kept having affairs with various people, and then she also apparently they had, of course, which they say did not happen. Apparently, she had a marriage also with Prabhu Deva, who was already married, and apparently he converted her to Hinduism. She was a Christian. And then what happened was, this woman, being extremely intelligent, just like SRK, she moved the cards in such a way that she became the superstar in in Tollywood. And it is with this what you call the ghamand, that she thought that Jawan will give her the due credit of being a superstar, because just like the way Rajnikant they show walking in slow motion, they always show this lady walking in slow motion. So she's compared to huge stars like Mohanlal or Mammootty or Rajnikant. So when a lady like her screen presence has been reduced, such a small thing, yeah, she will naturally react, and this will be the last time she will act with someone in Bollywood.
I think, ma'am, it has a lot to do with the dirty politics that is, like, tied to the film industry. But
Yes,
also, I feel that, like, Bollywood is looking at this as an opportunity to launch Deepika in more South films, like, more of, like, futuristic films where there will be, like, so there won't be any actress from southern film industry. So
yeah.
it will be like you will still have that Buddha gang of the Khans and Deepika Padukone, who is also old now. And they will continue to release movies and continue to have joint business relationships with these people in south film industry. It's just like, they are trying to extend their outreach. What
Yes,
And which is the same thing Nayantara was also doing. So not like,
yeah,
having any
yeah.
sympathies for her, so to speak. They are all, like they say in Hindi, right? Dhande ki
Hmm.
baat hai. When it comes to the business, when it comes to the actual dhanda, I don't think that they care about what ethics are,
Yeah.
what emotions are. And that's why all they see is money, and they wouldn't try to sell their families, like, for the money that they get from the public.
And also remember the fact that, see, Deepika, see, she's been a part of the cabal since long time. You remember she was talking about depression, and we all know, what does depression convert to in Bollywood. There are certain reasons why you get depression, and everybody knows that. From that, it leads to cancer. And then all these actresses go to USA to get operated, and then they come back, and then they say that it's what you call depression or stress or whatever. Now, this lady would have said that I'm not getting any movies, and I've been acting only with you to SRK. So you better take care of my, future. And looking at the way she seems to be even closer than Gauri Khan to him, by the way she keeps on kissing him. So she would have said that you take care of my future, and he would have said, okay, let's do this. As you said, they don't care two hoots about Nayantara or anybody. So they are only taking care of their interests. And for him, as you said, this lady is more successful, or popular than Nayantara in the in the Bollywood scene. So that's perfectly correct, Saffron. Now, moving on to the next topic, Bollywood star Salman Khan on Thursday said films entering the rupees 100 crore club is now a thing of the past. And going forward, movies need to aim for the benchmark of 1,000 crores to succeed at the box office. Now, the 57-year-old star was speaking at the trailer launch event of the upcoming Punjabi film Mauja Hi Mauja, starring J.P. Garewal. This 100 crore mark is going to be the rock bottom now. Everything is going to be 400 to 600 crore plus now for the Punjabi industry, Hindi industry, every industry, even Marathi films are doing those numbers right now. Basically, people are going to go to the theaters once again to watch movies. I think 100 crores is not going to be a very big deal. I think the benchmark should be 1,000 crores for a film right now, he told reporters in Mumbai.
I partially, I partially agree with Mr. Dabang where he says that 100 crore is nothing now,
Mhm.
because that is exactly how the scene has become.
Yeah.
See, on one hand, you have to look at it from various angles, so to speak. On one hand, you have a PR agency who was put into place when films started doing 100 crores, like, back like 18, 20 years back. When we are talking about early 2000s, right? When actors used to get paid like 20 crores, 15 crores, and whatnot. But now they can't be running the same story about like this 100 crore club, 100 crore club. How long are you going to just bask in the glory of 100 crore club? So they need to develop ways, especially after the huge loss they've had after Sushant Singh Rajput's murder, and a lot of films didn't do well. Now they have, like, they are well equipped with these PR machineries who are very good at propagating fake news, like most of the SSRians also did in certain cases, we know. I feel that one of the things that needs to be taken very seriously is why are they having this confidence to say these things, right? Because
Mhm.
definitely they have support from the PR machinery, they have support from various financiers of Bollywood, who have their dirty businesses in Karachi and Dubai and all these suspicious high risk geography locations, from where they are getting money. And once you get money, you can have that arrogance and that audacity to say such kind of things in front of the media. So I
Yes.
feel that they are really up to something. And
It is money laundering. It's
absolutely,
clear and straight. Yeah, there is no
absolutely.
two things about it, and the Indian government is keeping very very quiet about it. I don't know what they are waiting for. Either the IT and the ED are all corrupt. I don't know. So they are all keeping quiet. I don't know. Though we have brought it to their attention. Now here, in this picture that I wanted to show you. See, I was surprised this when there was a party at Arpita's house for a Ganesha festival. So Salman Khan came looking jaded. He's now not bothered to put his wig, or he has not bothered to even uh, look after his figure. He's become quite obese now. He was calling to someone very fondly. I was watching that video, and he was calling out to someone very fondly, and out emerged Eknath Shinde, and the kind of rapport Eknath Shinde was sharing with him was shocking. I mean, you're talking about Sushant Singh Rajput's case going on, and here you're talking about the chief minister hugging someone like Salman Khan. We all know, yes, his son is close to Salman Khan. That's reported everywhere. He goes and even catches his feet. But what I'm saying is, how can a chief minister so blatantly, show such affection to a man who's always under scrutiny in so many cases?
I'm absolutely, like I've already always said that, like, I strongly feel that there is, like, a backdoor deal that has been made by the government in the Sushant Singh Rajput case. And now, there is a tactic of just staying quiet and letting the tide pass by, and saying to yourself that, okay, this too shall pass. And that's what, unfortunately, even the new coalition government that has been formed has done that. You shouldn't be, like, we shouldn't be screaming at the top of our voices for like over 3 years to get justice. And they still do have a hope that there will be a time when that there won't be any noise for SSR and Palghar sadhus, and everything will be forgotten, and uh, the flame will die, so to speak. But they are sorely mistaken, because people like you, me, and hundreds of thousands of SSRians, who some of them who are not so active now, but deep in their heart they still believe that they still wish justice for our departed soul of SSR. And I think, unfortunately, it has come to the point that we are helpless, rather than, like, just other than explain, like, voicing out our opinions on social media, which does have a tremendous impact. That's the only thing we can do. And
Yeah.
I heard about some courts and citizen courts that those are
Yeah.
being
We'll
created.
move on to that. Yes. Yes. Okay. Before that, we'll just discuss how Trudeau, Trudeau's allegations of Niger killing exposes the Western double standards. Now, this man says that he has proof about Raw being behind Niger's killing, and India has asked for proof, saying that, see, if he speaks something, he really needs to show what he has in hand to expose what happened. But here you will see that the kind of people that Canada has been wooing are all terrorists. It was so many details about this. Hardeep Nijar has come out where he has organized arms training camps in Mission Hills, BC, Canada. And these people have gone to Pakistan. They've done so many things that everybody knows that they are terrorists and they are bad. For India. And look at the way this man has been acting. You know, very strangely. And what I feel sad for, Saffron, is that people, our Indians in Canada, now started, fearing what is going to happen to them. I heard many of them saying that, see, now Hindus will come under a lot of problem who are residing in Canada.
Absolutely, ma'am. Uh, See, first of all, it is a very pathetic move by the Canadian government that the Prime Minister is saying it blatantly on a press conference that they have allegations. What are those allegations based on? Did he have any empirical evidence to support those allegations? If you have the guts to go on live TV and say these things, you should back your statements and your claims and your allegations by some empirical data, logic, or some substantial evidence. And there has nothing of that sort. He was asked the question that what evidence do you have, and he just diverted the response by pulling out a red herring and saying that we asked the Indian government to cooperate with us. I feel that most of the people in Canada, the Indians I'm talking about, right? The and I have a few good Sikh friends who are based in Canada, and they are totally against the idea of Khalistan. They said that they have sometimes they argue with their friends there who have Khalistani mentality, and they want a Khalistan. Some of them who have been just very few of them who have been raised in Punjab, they never went outside of Punjab and just went to Canada, and they were kind of brainwashed into believing that, like, nobody in India wants you, and that's why we need to have a separate country. But other friends, those who have, like, grew in various places, they never felt that they were, like, social outcast or were left out. So at this time, when majority of the Indians living in Canada are not having those kind of views, only a handful of people that you see on social media who are creating this ruckus, they are either very unhappy with their personal situations in their life, and they want to come out and vent out the frustration on the governments for not doing enough. If agar aapko Khalistan chahiye, so you come to India and fight for it, right? Ask here.
Mhm.
Why you are sitting in Canada and asking for Khalistan, right? And why is Justin Trudeau supporting these anti-nationals, right? I mean, it's on your soil that you have Khalistani factions breeding and spreading, and it's on your soil that some Khalistani got killed. It's on you that, like, you did some Google search and somebody wrote something that, okay, Indian government is involved in this, right? I don't know whether they are involved or not, but I have not seen any evidence of
Mm,
involvement. If you have evidence,
absolute.
bring it out, bring it out. Yeah, if you have evidence, bring it out. Why are you not bringing out the evidence? It is easy to say that, ha, Indian government nahi karwaya hai, but do you have any evidence? Like there was evidence. When we say that, like, Pakistan is behind the terrorist attacks that happens in India, we back it with evidence, right?
Yes.
And all that evidence is shared, some of which is shareable is shared in the public platforms and in media networks. But that is not the case. I think what Trudeau is doing is, the elections are coming and there is a huge population of Sikhs that he wants to woo. Some of them who believe that there should be Khalistan, but I feel that, like, most of the Sikhs who are living not only in Canada but also US, they are awakened souls and they are totally against the idea of Khalistan. It is just the few hundreds, maybe like 1,000, so to speak, okay, who might be doing all these ruckus. But otherwise, most of our Sikhs that I have encountered, even in my personal life, they are
Oh, yes, they're
just,
very patriotic
yes,
people who are a part of our large
exactly.
part of our army.
Absolutely. And even in our SSR movement, I have seen some Sikh folks who have, like, even to this day, they go above and beyond to demand justice for SSR. So
They
I
are
think
very, very patriotic, and
it's
they love the nation.
absolutely,
Yeah.
it's a great blot when people, certain people from their community, have such ludicrous demands.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Saffron, moving on to the sudden new development that has come, this People's Court, and what happened exactly was that, see, I was listening to, these spaces that you have in Twitter, where
Mhm.
some of the SSRians, they had a live space and they say, call these people from this lawyer from this People's Court to speak about the movement. Because these SSRians were also not aware, they just wanted to gather as much information as they could. And when this man started speaking, so he said he was, he was successful in the, vaccine case, and none of them are vaccinated, the whole group. And then he spoke about also the support that they got from Prashant Bhushan and how they are connected with the Awaken India movement. So putting one and one together, then I realized that when Deepthi Pinati was in our channel speaking about the SSR diaries, she would always talk about, see, if you are not happy with this government and if it's a corrupt government, it's very important that you should go and do nota, which is not vote for any party, you know. And so I said that's wrong because see, if you want to make your country strong, you should vote for the party which is, even if it's there's a bit of corruption, if they're stronger and they're better for the citizens, that is more important. Please do not give this sort of wrong message. And then she moved on to starting, mudslinging the present, prime minister and his government. Then I realized that, see, Sushant Singh would not have gone so far as to start abusing Modi ji and his government, and he wouldn't have done it because in the initial stage he was always praising Modi ji. So then I realized that the cabal were playing and they were putting their own content, into the diaries to make the, gullible SSRians believe that, this is a part of the diaries that SSR had written. Now, and just as I imagined, in the second session, they brought Deepthi Pinnati into the court. Okay, and this court is like a, a small Aapki Adalat, quickly put together. Now for example, if I want to interview you, Saffron, okay, I don't have a studio, so what do? I mock up, the room and make it look like a studio. The same way, this People's Court has been put together, just like in a hurry, and the people who sit as the audience are just lawyers who don't even know the case. Half the time they're yawning. Okay, so then what they do is they get some people as witnesses, and the judge, whoever is sitting in these things, keep saying that I'm taking your, your information and storing it. This will come as very important. And I really don't understand why Aditya Thackeray is not arrested because of, he was there when Disha was, gang raped and killed. See, you remember these are the things he's saying, you know, and he says that I'm. So there was a question that this Deepthi asked, so where is the opposition party? So is there nobody speaking on their behalf? So he said, no, no, it's not that kind of court. Okay. So I wanted your feedback as well as on Monday we are getting another lawyer, Kiran Narayan, who will also clarify whether this people's court is just a sham, okay, to make people not vote for Modi ji, so whole SSRin group can be put under that, And just like you remember in AAP's case, when Congress knew they were losing, they formed AAP, and whatever votes had to go to Congress went to AAP. You see, so they clearly divided it, and that's the same thing. In fact, there are some people sitting in the audience, wearing something which looks like a AAP cap. So there is something very dicey about this, Saffron. I don't know whether you've been following it. So it'll be nice if you could comment on it.
Sure, sure. I have
Yeah.
not followed it. I just saw bits and pieces of that
Yes.
video. While I sympathize and support
Hmm.
the SSRians who went there, I don't think that this Citizens Court of India or whatever that is going to give us justice. It's maybe a good platform to raise your voice for justice, just like all other public platforms, but always remember that our emotions have been played along. We've been played by so many times with multiple parties, right? Let's not paint it in just one way, where we are saying that, okay, the current government is not doing enough. We know that the current government is not doing enough, they should do more. But is this the platform that where you want to go and you think that you are going to get justice? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. How much of this will help in speeding up the process of justice? If at all something had to happen, I am like thinking, why isn't there a single update from the apex court of India, right, Supreme Court, which said that, like, yeah, yes, there needs to be like a CBI investigation into this? Why is the Supreme Court is not asking about the closure report? 3 साल, now we are getting into the fourth year. इतना time नहीं लगना चाहिए. If you are taking so much time, then people are bound to believe that some backdoor deals have happened, mouths have been shushed, loads of cash has been, like, uh, like kind of forced into people's mouth to keep them shut. And all the perpetrators that you see, they are kind of leading a very good life peacefully, and also they are earning a lot of money. And I feel that, like, I just don't know, like, I am
And what
really.
this, yeah, and what this judge has done is that, see, he said that apparently, her this Deepti's diaries have been read in Candid Meena channel. As if our channel is endorsing, what Deepti has done. Okay, now every point whenever we read it, we would always say, you please listen, but you have to decide whether it is, you want to believe it or not. I said, I have absolutely no this thing to measure, the validity of these drives. So never have we endorsed it. So now this court is also using our name, to say that, see, it has come there. And what the judge is also saying is that I have downloaded all Candid Meena videos with regard to SSR diaries. You see, so they're dragging our name also into it. So now, very clearly, I know that this is a movement also, like all the acts that Soros has been doing. They have been, somehow they want to pull down the Modi government. Now, there is the Khalistani movement. Okay, there was a farmers' agitation, and now several other movements are going to come, just like this Nota movement also. They're all planning many things. Every day, Rahul Gandhi has a problem with the way our government is functioning. He doesn't give any solutions. He just keeps attacking them.
Absolutely, ma'am. See, we have to understand one thing. BJP has been in power for the last 8 years now, since 2014, right? So there is definitely anti-incumbency brewing. Okay, we cannot, like, as a sane citizen, that is, we know that there is one challenge, but these things are going to just exponentially grow as we approach the Lok Sabha election. And my biggest worry is that, like, on one hand, I know that the current government has not done enough to get SSR justice, but on the other hand, I feel like the government, who was, like, the main perpetrator for doing what happened with Sushant, they are kind of using these tactics
Absolutely.
to bring the other government down,
Yeah.
right?
Hijack it. Yes.
And yes, so I feel that, like, these I don't think that maybe it's okay. I would just conclude it by saying that maybe it's okay, they went there, they opined their views, but I don't think anything is happening due
Yeah.
to that
And they're
citizens
making so
petition.
many sudden, stunning claims, like, SSR was, scared after the Shah died. So when they say all these things so openly, aren't they scared of the Thakres? They will come and attack them. So that means, see, somewhere I have in my mind also the fact that, see, they're trying to collect as much evidence as possible, perhaps to even destroy it. You never know, working on their behest. So there's a lot of something very, very shady happening in this people's court, which I'm not able to trust at all.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree with you. I don't think so. It is going to, as far as getting justice to SSR, I don't think it's going to get us anywhere.
Yeah. Shrestha is saying, what about the people who are fatally accused and actually suffering? But killers of SSR are living their lives, and look at Ria, she's getting shows and leading them.
Who are the
Yes,
other people who got
yeah,
falsely accused? Not sure yet.
falsely.
I don't
I don't
know.
know who she's
Yeah,
talking about. Yeah,
yeah.
but one thing, yes, what she said is right. The culprits are enjoying their lives. They're being whitewashed left and right to show that they are all, good human beings. That is happening. But then, see, that's how the courts have been functioning for so long in India. You look at Jia Khan's case. I mean, everybody knows Suraj Pancholi is at fault. The whole family is at fault, and their connections with Salman Khan. Everything should be revealed, but they didn't because of money, power, clout. Where as long as politicians are sleeping with Bollywood, nothing is going to come out. Look at the rapport that Eknath Shinde has with Salman Khan. Maybe over the phone he has said, "Please come to my sister's house to celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi." So what is the meaning of this? When you are gaining a position, when people are voting you to power, it is with respect that you will remain unbiased. That is the job of a journalist as well. I can't speak on behalf of someone and not against someone. He's a part of BJP, so Modi needs to really look into this. Why is he supporting Salman Khan? Everybody knows Salman Khan's past. Similarly, in UP, I saw this Rajiv Shukla on stage with PM Modi. Okay, they are now opening these stadiums, where you have this BCCI, and that's why, of course, Amit Shah's son is also there. Well, what I am saying is that, see, the way these people come running to the stage and the way he's joking with the prime minister, it looks in such bad taste because everybody knows what is Rajesh Shukla's background. We've told you about the scandal that rocked, the country with Hardik Pandey, Pandya. And and you see Hardik Pandya in every ad, and he comes in everything. He comes, shirtless. He comes in jockey shorts. I mean, as it is, you find this guy very repulsive. On top of that, you have ads, showing his jockey shorts. Because you see, you understand, these people are all given ads by people like Cornerstone. Who is Cornerstone? Cornerstone is controlled by Bunty Sajde. And Bunty Sajde has a relationship with Salman Khan, you know, and that is Kwan. So you see the connections. The people who are getting ads are only Alia Bhatt or Ranveer Singh, okay? Those people who are sucking up to them. So Hardik Pandya was shocked. You see him now. And then you see this, what is the captain of cricket, what is his name? He is also related to Bunty Sajde's, he's married to Bunty Sajde's sister.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and he keeps coming and saying something, Ritika, as it is, he's, an irritating figure. In ads, you need people who are pleasant, and this man is so irritating with the Ritika, like a henpecked husband, you know. So these things are, it's absolutely everything is under the control of these cabal, really. Is it? So
Yeah, ma'am.
that's, yeah.
Yeah. I understand, ma'am, our frustration. Unfortunately, I don't think anything is going to be done about it, even when it comes to BJP being silent on these things, and, like, inviting people like Salman Khan and others. I think everything that you see now up to the Lok Sabha election is just photo ops tactics to gain votes. Nobody cares about Sushant in the circles that we are talking about, except for us. And I don't think anybody cares about any associations of, like, oh, what is the background of Khans, or what is the background of these cricketers and all these things. Now, from now until the Lok Sabha election, whatever you see from the Congress, from the BJP, from whichever party, it is all to gain votes. Okay, and then it is up to us whether we want to choose the known devil or the lesser of the evils. There is no perfect clean party, unfortunately. That's the case. That would
Yeah.
have been an ideal choice for an ideal world, but unfortunately we don't live in an ideal world, so we
Yeah.
have to choose between lesser of the two evils.
Yeah. So also before we end, one more slightly on the humorous part. I we saw Jayabadri sitting in the chair, in the house, and one of the Congress ladies, she said that, see, shamelessly, this Anurag, Thakur, he brings in Bollywood actresses, inside the house, and look at the way he's giving them so much importance. And then she's looking at Jayabadri. Jayabadri, Thali wali mami, herself is a Bollywood actress. you know and she says, because I'm sitting in the chair, I'm not going to comment on that. But I'm sure if she was given a chance to comment, she would have ripped that Congress lady apart, you know with all those shades and in the thali and all that. Yeah, she would have
Absolutely,
really.
absolutely. She would have. I don't know why, but why was that lady's comment from Congress party against
Yes.
Jaya Bhaduri? Because
Yes.
that
And
comment has
Anurag
to be
acts
against
so
BJP.
simple, please explain what is this, please explain. I really don't know what's happening with this Anurag. Thakur. He has a real weakness for these girls. You know, at least you should have ministers who are dignified, like
I think
Piyush
he's
Goyal.
namesake BJP.
Yeah, and the way, even it's very funny. When you watch him on, in the house, he'll be always constantly looking at the camera. The moment the camera is on, this guy is full, swishing his hair just like Shashi Tharoor and all that. And then I was looking at this photo where Modi ji walks in, and Sonia Gandhi gets up to sort of do namaste, and everybody is so happy because everybody loves Modi ji, and except for this Anurag Thakur, he's got a look on his face, and that look translates to, when will I be in your position?
Never. Never.
With his qualification and with his attitude, I don't think he will come anywhere close to being a prime minister in his life. You know, but that's how cheaply he behaves, and I'm glad a Congress lady gave it to him nicely.
No, absolutely, ma'am. See, in BJP has become is such a massive party now, and a lot of people, not only males like Anurag, but other females also. We know, we have spoken about them. All of them, like, they have infiltrated BJP now,
Yes.
and beyond a point, I think somewhere our prime minister's hands are also tied to certain extent. Uh, like. When we say that on this channel, I have seen personally that we talks about flaws and achievements of every party. If they're like, we don't care, like, which party it is, as long as it is in the interest of Bharat and its development, we talk about it. I am very personally pained about the comments that have come from the Muslim, against the Muslim community, from that politician, right? And there has not been any action. Unfortunately, this could also be one way where, like, their vote bank might get affected
Yeah,
if they take any
exactly.
action. But I feel that, like, it feels very sad that it has come to this, that like everything is about vote bank, and
Yeah.
not talking about only one
Nothing
party
is
but other
measured on,
party.
yes,
Exactly.
proper,
Nothing is
yeah,
measured on the
worried
ethics,
about society or the
moral
welfare of
fabric of the
society.
society.
Yeah,
Correct, exactly. So that's why we have to be awakened, and it all comes down to who do you want,
yeah.
and how do you want to go about it, and how
So
do
this
you
is
want
a,
to.
even for, as you say, Saffron, this is a caution for SSRians. Please do not believe this quote blindly. They are trying to hijack the movement and move it towards Nota, so that Prime Minister Modi will lose a large chunk of your votes. So, unless you are completely convinced, neither am I saying to believe us. Please use your own judgment and see, whether they are going to do something in the Sushant Singh and Disha case at all, you know, then only move on. Because see, this judge seems to be the friendliest judge in the world. He says, suppose you say, we tell him, can you take an apple? So he said, yes, yes, give me apple, chocolate, everything. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. If your children come, I'll give it to them. It's that kind of friendly attitude that this judge. Of course, we always are saying that judges are very grim and all that, but this guy is over friendly. You know, so that itself frightens me. Where is he leading to? You know. So on this note, Saffron, thank you so much for joining, and always a pleasure talking to you because you give your ideas about what you think about what's happening, and that's very valuable for our viewers.
Thank you, ma'am. It's always a pleasure to interact with you and all our viewers and get their insights on these issues that we have to address. And I hope that, we meet again soon, sometime soon, with yet another candid discussion.
Yeah.
Until then,
Thank you.
Jai Hind.
Good night and Jai Hind. Yes.